Hi everyone, Sayer G, founder of GreenMedInfo here, and I'm really excited to show you a feature that we worked really hard on developing that should help to take the advocacy of disseminating the research supporting natural medicine to a new level. So first of all, let me remind everyone, you can now access the entire set of databases on GreenMedInfo, which are over 10,000 distinct databases, through the main search bar on top. Let's throw in something like turmeric. This is one of course, our most favorite substances because we have the most research, I believe, on the internet on this particular medicinal in one location anywhere. And so right now you'll see we have 2,300 or more abstracts on turmeric, and that's a lot of data to wrap your head around. So what we decided to do was to data mine all these studies and give each study a particular value. For example, if it was a cell study, it's less power, less gravitas, so we gave it a lower number than a human study, for example, which gives more power and gravitas. And when we look at the number of studies times the quality, we get what's called the cumulative knowledge score, CK score. And that is what drives all of the most compelling features and functions of these medicinals to the top. So here you have 227 articles on turmeric and or its other compounds reducing oxidative stress or preventing oxidative stress. So now, of course, that's a lot of data. What if we just want to see the research on turmeric and oxidative stress, or the research just on breast cancer and oxidative stress? Well, you can see here's the article count, and there's 91 studies on breast cancer and turmeric. We hit the focus button, and what it's doing is searching through all the data as well as all new studies we may have entered recently. It's projecting them to the front like this. So this should help make your research efforts easier, on top of the fact that we have these two functions, which I believe are the most powerful that we offer. So let's download the focused research. And now what we've done is create a time-saving document here, a PDF, that has all the research sourced from the National Library of Medicine. And right below now you see listed by section all of the relevant research on curcumin's ability or turmeric's ability to prevent and or attenuate breast cancer. This feature should enable us to spread the word about the research that exists supporting natural healing. If you click the ID number, you'll see it leads back to the original citation location on the National Library of Medicine's database. And this then gives even greater depth and weight to the research we're trying to get out there. Now, for some who are really social media savvy, or for example, who are trying to write about a topic, say they're saying turmeric may have value in breast cancer. Now that statement, of course, needs to be backed up by evidence. And instead of going into PubMed and pulling up all the citations and then doing all these references, what I just did here is hit publish or share your focus. And what it's doing on GreenMedInfo now, this is a one-time deal, that's why it's taking a little time, is it's generating a novel new public page that you can share by linking to now. So let's copy and paste it. Say you're writing a letter to the editor of a magazine that says, you know what, all these websites out there, they're just, have unsubstantiated claims. There's no research to support turmeric being good for breast cancer. Well, you can say, actually, there's a good amount of research supporting this. Maybe you're writing a blog, you're writing an email. Now you can hyperlink this exact page into your email or your article, giving it real power. So now you see all the studies here below, and you can of course tweet it, you can share it through social media. And this is a way for us all to contribute to the ongoing conversation and helping to spread awareness of the amazing research that already exists supporting what we know and believe. So, as you can see, this is one of the many ways in which we are helping support you and enabling you to be able to get the word out. Now, let's say you're also interested in the particular functions of turmeric. Same thing applies. You can actually say, select the anti-metastatic properties of turmeric and its compounds. So click focus, and now we have a page which has 73 studies on the anti-cancer metastasis properties of this substance. And again, you can download a focus PDF And keep in mind, this feature we are enabling gives access to over 180,000 PDFs that can be produced. So those professional members out there are able to access our entire database and model it and focus it in such a way that they can really target what they care most about. And so this should really help our movement. Another example is statin drugs. Now, for years, we've been told statins are really good for primary prevention of cardiovascular disease, like aspirin, right? Take it every day. It reduces your risk of heart attack. Well, even though that could be true, I don't believe it personally because I have identified research indicating that, in fact, statins are cardiotoxic. In fact, here are 16 studies. But look at this. We found 346 different disease signals linked to this category of drug. This is remarkable. If you think of the FDA recently asking statin drug manufacturers to put a black box warning on statins saying that it can contribute to memory loss and or dementia and type 2 diabetes, that was a big deal. People are like, oh, wow, maybe it's not so good for us. But can you imagine 346 different adverse effects? Well, that's what our project is doing. We are taking the body of literature available on subjects that really the mainstream media, whose primary funder is actually pharmaceutical companies, is not in their best interest to report on these things. So what we're doing is taking the research, letting it speak to us directly in a way that should hopefully raise a flag of caution for those educated folks out there who are trying to move forward our basic advocacy, which is that natural substances are generally good for the body and unnatural ones, i.e. petrochemical derivatives, synthetics, are not good for us. So can you imagine how powerful this function is now? Let's say you're a health advocate or health coach, or say a chiropractor. Oftentimes there are armies of skeptics out there, many of them within the conventional medical caste, that will say, this is quackery, you have no evidence to support this. In fact, it's dangerous for you to speak to alternatives to statin drugs. The evidence says they are good for us and safe. Well, then all you do is you send them this website and or all the functions. In fact, we even have, for the professional user, a way to download every single node on our site as a PDF. Did you see that? This is a page, 559 pages of data on the harmful effects of statins that you are able to access for free as a professional member. And as a power member, you also get tokens that enable you to download these on a monthly basis as well. So again, please consider what this means for natural medicine and how you might also participate in supporting our project. Focus research is just one of a number of functions that I believe you would really appreciate using and that can really help us move natural medicine further. So thank you so much for listening.